Hi, this is Bobby Sanabria for LP Basics. I'm going to show you how to adapt the Danzon to the drum set, a basic adaptation. Every player has unique little things that they do when they do a basic type of rhythm to give them a little signature, as do I. But I'm going to give you the basic pattern of the Danzon, and you'll be able to function right away in the style. First of all, let's talk a little bit about it. What does the word mean? Danzon means great or grand dance. It was developed by Miguel Failde, a multi-instrumentalist from Matanzas, Cuba, in 1877. It took him 2 years to finally get a band together to perform this, and it's the combination of the French contradance, those styles of ballroom court dances that originally were played by country people, adapted by the French bourgeoisie, then brought to the Caribbean. In the case of Cuba, they gave impetus to various styles like contradance, and then finally this grand style known as the Danzon. It's very important that you learn this because the basics of the timbales, why the timbales were invented as an instrument, comes from this style of music. Danzon was originally played on European timpani. Then Cubans, being creative as we all are, developed the timbal criollo, a smaller version of the timpani. The bands that played this music were brass-oriented bands, danzoneras. In Mexico, in Veracruz, you can still hear these great types of groups playing in the old original style, using the timbal criollo. But around the turn of the century, Antonio Maria Romeo, great pianist, developed the charanga orchestra, flute and strings. The percussion, well, the timbales were invented for the charanga style. And on the timbales, we play, for the danzon, this basic rhythm called baqueteo. It drives the rhythm. It's mainly played on the hembra, the large timbala, but here we're going to use the snare drum and we're going to use mounted tom to get the characteristic flavor of the danzon. What is important about the baqueteo? You're playing an instrument that would normally be played with sticks, but giving it a West African vibe, because you're using your hands, manipulating your hands like a hand drummer would. Notice how I'm holding the left stick, thumb underneath the palm, fingers spread. With this stick, I'm going to apply very slight pressure to the shaft to give a more delicate sound because the danzon is a delicate type of sound. I'm going to outline the clave, direction of the pattern with the hi-hat. Here's the basic pattern in 2/3 son clave. 1, 2, 3, 4. At this point, it sounds like a march. I'm going to add the bass drum, some counterpoint. Use the mounted tom to accent or bring out that open tone. Now I'm going to use the tips of my fingers, rellenando, filling in all the empty spots to give you the feeling of a hand drum. Now I'm going to use the rim of the snare. A little fill there. Those are called repiques, conversations done within the structure of the baqueteo. Here's a common one on the two sides of the clave. Here's one on the 3 side. A little bit of the tradition of the danzon and the baqueteo. Go to lpmusic.com, find out more information about the history of this great, grand style of music and the roots of it so that you can know the roots of the timbales. It'll give you a great understanding of the rhythm as it is applied in the style. Remember, knowing the history of any style of music will make you play it more profoundly, whether it's rock and roll, heavy metal, jazz, funk, R&B, or in this case, Afro-Cuban music. I'm Bobby Sanabria for LP Basics. See you sooner than later.